Welcome, everybody. If anyone wants to go off mute and share a win, love to hear from you. If you have any questions. So my name is Kim. If I haven't met you yet, this is the tapping circle for self-sabotage. I've got a couple of great techniques that we can do today, but I'll chat. I want to get a general gist of what everyone's working through right now. So if you could add that into your win and share, that would be great. So go ahead and unmute right now, or wave at me, or wave at Cindy. Hi, welcome.
Oh, did you want me to? This is my first time here.
That's great. Unmute. No, unmute for sure. Yeah. Hi. Cindy, go for it. How are you? Yeah. Share, Cindy. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a question, or
are you talking to me, Kim?
Cindy, the other ones. That's Cindy N. Sorry, that's why you went off mute and then you went off. Sorry. All right.
Oh wait.
Cindy, so you're next. Cindy N.
Just share a win. Is that what?
Yeah, share a win. It can be big or small. It can. Okay. Yeah, and then if you have any questions, go ahead and ask.
Okay.
And I'd love to hear what you're going through, just so I can get a general gist of because self-sabotage is such a quite a broad way. There is, as we know, we all have many ways to sabotage ourselves. So I want to see, I've got a few different techniques and topics.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this actually relates to self-sabotage, but I attended a live event with Brittany yesterday for the past 2 days. And she took us through a tapping exercise, and it led me to a memory. Like she said, bring your favorite food, and I brought some candy. And the memory that came up was why sweets and candy are important to me is that I relate them to my childhood when we had candy at Easter and we had candy at Valentine's Day, and there was a lot of it, and it was celebratory. And it reminded me a lot of my brother, who was 18 months older than I am, and he's now deceased. So I went through this whole memory thing of how, sharing the love, pulling the ball of light back and forth with my brother Dan. And I didn't realize that when I was doing it, but at the time it was my brother's birthday when I was doing that exercise. Yeah, so that was kind of a really cool thing. I just recognized that today. So I'm like, okay, it's not the food. It's, how much I loved him and the experience of sharing candy with him. And, so I'll be working on that kind of stuff.
Wonderful. Yeah. I mean, so such a good realization. So many things, like, even though the ball of light is that's the only subconscious weight loss blocker that we have that's actually connected to the positive memory.
Right.
But it can still be very, very triggering and like very emotional, especially if it's like, actually these are great feelings, but then you still get to tap into, maybe there's some grief or some sadness there, and
yeah, there was some sadness and regret, and if I could recapture the time I had with him, I would in a heartbeat. And I think that's why those memories are so important. And I didn't realize until, I've gone through some of this work that these triggers can also be positive. I've always thought of a trigger as being something negative, something bad that happened. Somebody said something mean, or I got hurt, but I'm like, there are a lot of positive triggers in my life. I'm learning. So yeah, pick my way through those.
Yeah, great.
Thank you. I'm going to mute myself.
Yes. Now the Sydney. It sounds exactly the same. It's different spelling. Sounds the same.
It's good to see you, Kim. I haven't seen you in a while. So yeah, I just want to share a win. I get on the laser calls that I'm kind of always down in the dumps and like in the struggle of it. And I feel like I finally had some kind of a big layer has lifted, and just success with anger work. I guess I was basically kind of going through a bit of a purge. I had like eight or 10 days where I was just being drawn to doing anger work and letting a lot out. And then like the last day of this big kind of release was just a day of intense grief. And I think like I almost was waiting to feel this and move through that intensity and that depth of processing grief. And then since then, it's been easier to do the craving techniques. We had a study call with Kat, and it was just, yeah, easier to do the other food related techniques. It's like I had been doing a lot of resistance tapping, and then the anger work, and then this grief, and this just kind of this something was kind of shedded. And it's just a testament, I guess, to doing the anger work, that like that naturally quelled my emotional eating without even doing push the food away. I haven't been emotional eating, and I was emotionally eating like multiple times a day, every day, and that's stopped for the past 5, 6, 7 days, and that's a huge win. Because I feel like progress is being made. It's been about 3.5 months, and I've been like working my ass off. And yeah, and making progress to the point where I feel I can come back to the push the food away and the cravings, and kind of get back into the food techniques. But also have a question kind of from this too, which is, I think in having the success, there's a bit of, maybe it is self-sabotage of like, I have thyroid cancer. I'm moving through that and treatments, and I feel like I'm in having the success as well as having this health picture. Right now in the past few days, I'm like, well, I maybe am noticing myself kind of use willpower to like ignore maybe when I should be tapping, or when like I'm having the draw to eat emotionally. Maybe there's enough steadiness where I'm actually saying, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be healthy. Yes, I'd love to like have a bunch of cookies right now. Well, I'm not even saying that. I don't actually want to have a bunch of cookies. I just there's a bit of like I'm kind of swinging back to the other deprivation, maybe like wanting to see myself eat like really healthy 3 meals a day, and like support myself with healing. And I just want to catch myself to make sure I'm kind of like not using the success to fuel willpower, and maybe like avoid doing the techniques a bit. I don't know if that's a very clear question, but yeah, like in having the success, I feel like, am I sabotaging myself with trying to put myself in a place where I'm not really there yet? Like I'm not really at the point of being like, okay, well now I'm going to have 3 meals a day, and this is what I'm going to eat. I'm not going to have any sugar or cookies or ice cream. I'm just going to take it all off. And that seems maybe like I'm putting the horse before the cart, or the cart before the horse. Yeah, I don't know if you can offer any clarity on that, Kim.
Yeah. Like there's always a possibility of like that's kind of like the part where we self-sabotage ourselves if we think, oh, everything's going well, or if you get if someone compliments you on your weight or something, and if you go home and then start to eat. But we also, I know that you've done really, really great work with this course. You've been doing so much work. You've been going like really, really hard into it. It's not all going to look like, the healing is not really always that linear. There's going to be the ups and downs. As women, we're going through like different hormonal like changes like in the month. So it does go up and down. Our moods are going to go up and down, our weight and our like and what we eat. So always like, I want to just say just that, you know, give yourself that compassion. If you're going through some health challenges, like that is hectic too. So you'd want to give yourself some compassion. It doesn't mean that you just like say screw it and start eating whatever. But if you need to eat something extra, you know, just like, okay, I did that, you know. So that was kind of, you know, the ultimate goal to be able to get to that place, because, you know, when Brittany's talking about like the naturally thin eating plan, they're not like right now where we're hyper aware of like the things going in, you know, because you're doing this course, you're diving deep and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, well, I'm eating this, I'm not even like, and so like getting to that point of being like, you know, all right, like I ate that. Well, maybe I'll tap on it. Maybe I'll do the ball of light on that thing if I haven't done it, but I'm not going to like giving it so much. When we get like, we're just extra aware of everything we're doing, that can almost like stress us out. So in the moment, it's like, okay, maybe I could do it like a tapping technique, or maybe you could just do one of those, like a, like a gentle, something gentle for your nervous system in that time to be able to handle that stress better. You know?
Yeah. I think the ultimate is to be able to say no at any meal opportunity and like have peace. And that I feel like is a reasonable goal if I continue on. It's just, there's this, I feel this pressure from myself. I guess I want to get to the heart of like that pressure on myself to be so maybe perfect or like accelerated because of the health picture, because I know I can influence my health with how I eat, you know, and stopping eating sugar. It's like this catch-22. I'm not sure how to make peace with that paradox.
Yeah. And like we're working like this technique, like this call is all about sabotage. So that kind of, you know, sometimes the willpower, like we can't like kind of white knuckle it for so long, right?
Yeah.
Get to, you know, that like that's why we get to these core reasons, like the root cause of why we're eating emotionally. And so all of the things that like, that's why the tapping circles are so good, because we're coming at it from all of these different angles.
Yeah. Okay.
You're doing doing really well.
Thank you, Kim.
Welcome. And Jennifer, hi, good to see you.
Hi. So I wanted to share that on Saturday, our town had it was celebrating the shad fish migration of something. So it's the shad derby. But anyway, like there's carnival-y things and ice cream and stuff. And so I got ice cream for my son. And as expected, he didn't finish it. And when I first got it for him, I said, you know, when you're done, give it to me so I can finish it before it all melts. But I sort of did finger tapping just while we were walking around. And by the time he predictably got done eating it and there was like 60% of it left, I was like, okay, let's find a trash can and we can throw it out. And like, I'm kind of bowled over by that. So that's my big win. I've had some emotional things, like tough to deal with things happen in the last couple of days since then. And so my eating today has not been nearly so good. So, you know, win, eat emotionally, and not managing to get myself to tap on it, which is still something I have a whole lot of trouble getting myself to actually do. But that's my win. And yeah, I still am far road to go.
I mean, but celebrate the wins, you know, because we want, in our brain just wants to concentrate on the things that we are not doing, you know, the road that we still have to go, but you have, you know, you have come a long way, and that being able to throw that food away is like amazing. It's brilliant. It really is.
Kind of blew me away. And like we got home and I got a snack out of the cabinet, but then it just sat on the table next to me and I didn't even open it. And then dinner happened. I just was blown away. So anyway, yeah, yay.
Yeah, so good. Excellent. Excellent. Anyone else would like to share? I'm looking down. I got my my computer here. I'm looking down. Anyone's waving at me. No. Okay, so I did hear a couple of people talk about grief in there. That is something that we can do also. you know, if anyone's open to doing, there's a great tapping script that Tracy, who is an older coach, past coach, not older, I shouldn't say that. She was a coach with Brittany a while back. So we could do that, okay? The other option is to do a tapping script for self-forgiveness, and we could tie that with like an echo tapping, you know, when you go back. It doesn't have to necessarily be from something from childhood. It could be something that you would like to forgive yourself for. So that's the second. So first option, grief. Second option, self-forgiveness. And the third option is a needs script, okay? And we could, so that's all about identifying what your actual, what you want. So that's a very good one for people pleasers. If you get other people's tasks done before your own, or if there's something that you want to say no to, or something that you need to ask for more support with, and that you don't do that, this is a really good one also. So there's 3 options, or if there's something else that you're really struggling with, I'd love to hear from you. And the good thing about raising your hands is someone else most likely has been going through or has gone through the same thing that you have, and we could work through that today if you would like. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. There's grief and needs. Number 3, self-forgiveness. Oh goodness, we're getting, hope this is not a tie. I mean, okay, so let me try and needs. Not sure which one. Well, it's needs, self-forgiveness, grief. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the needs. Grief is 1, 2, not grief. Forgiveness is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7. Please help. How about we do it quickly and see if we can have time for, don't say that, Tracy. 1 vote for each. We need a tiebreaker. Self-forgiveness. Okay. How about we do self-forgiveness, and I'm going to find the video of the needs tapping script and I'll post it here. Yep. Okay. And I hope you can't hear that. There's some drilling going on downstairs. I really can't hear that. So I want everyone to take a deep, slow breath. Let's do 2 more like that together. You can start tapping on the karate chop when you do that. So deep, slow breath. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Again. Good job. Even though I have a hard time letting go of the past, I choose to love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. Twice more like that. Even though I've been through so much in my life, and it's been really unfair, I choose to love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. Even though my past has caused me so much pain, hurt, and sadness, I choose to fully love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. Take a deep, slow breath and start tapping through the points. I have this story, and I've held on to it for a really long time. It's caused me so much pain, so much hurt, so much sadness. I refuse to let any of it go. What happened changed me. And it's been really hard to let it go. I don't want to release this. A part of me is really afraid to let it go. I've experienced so much in my life, and part of me wants to prove a point. To prove that it was really, really hard. It's so unfair. Take a deep breath, keep tapping. All of this resistance to letting it go. It's holding me back moving forward. I really want to move forward. All of these past experiences have caused me pain. And maybe I'm angry with myself. But this anger is stopping me from being free. I'm holding on to this anger. Anger with myself. And anger with those who have hurt me. It just wasn't fair. It should not have happened. And it wasn't right. I didn't deserve any of it. Take a deep breath, keep tapping. I know I've made mistakes. So many mistakes. Maybe I've hurt others because I was hurting also. I was trying to survive. And in this process, I have even hurt myself. I've sabotaged myself. And that makes me feel sad. I should have done better, but I didn't. If only I knew better. But now I hold on to all of these heavy, painful memories. Holding on to these heavy, painful feelings. It's exhausting. It takes so much energy to carry all of this around. Keep tapping, take a deep breath. It's been so heavy on my mind. It's been so heavy on my body. It's impacted those I love the most. And I hate living like this. I really want to be free, to be me again. I really want to release this pain and this heaviness once and for all. I know I deserve freedom from this. I know the people around me deserve freedom from this. Take a deep breath, keep tapping. I'm now ready to let go of the past. I choose to let go of the painful past feelings that are holding me back. I choose to release any resistance to letting it all go now. I choose to compassionately release how unfair life has been. I choose to allow myself to be me again. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, keep tapping. I want you to, if there's one specific incident that you can think of that you need to forgive yourself for, I want you to walk into that. You're going to freeze anybody else. Just go with the first thing that pops into your mind. Maybe it was a series of events. I want you to go into one of them, or just like a roundabout age. Okay, you don't need to get this perfect for it to work. Maybe the younger version of you is 20, 30, 50, however old. I want you to see her in front of you. Keep tapping through the points and give her a big hug. Tell her that you're proud of her. Tell her that you know exactly how she feels. Tell her that it wasn't her fault. And that she didn't know any better. Tell her in your own words, that like the work that you've done on yourself. The changes that you've made. And tell her that you're ready to let all of this go now. Tell her that it's possible just to be free again. I'm now ready to let go of the past. So you can say this, you can repeat this script as you're either hugging her or imagining that you're holding her hand, or just standing in front of her. It's just you two, nobody else is there. I can reclaim my power. I can and I choose to set myself free. And regardless of what happened to me, and regardless of how I acted, regardless of what I did, I choose to forgive myself. By my own free will, I choose to lovingly forgive myself. Take a deep, slow breath, keep tapping. slow your tapping right down. Slow the tempo, the cadence of your tapping right down. I'm going to say that again. By my own free will, I choose to lovingly forgive myself. Big breath. Last time. By my own free will, I choose to lovingly forgive myself. I choose to forgive all of my past experiences. It is safe for me to let them go now. I choose to be free from them now. So that I can be free to be me. I choose to compassionately let the past go. I can, and I choose to now forgive the past. And every single person that was a part of it, including myself. Take another deep breath. Give that that version of you, whatever age, give them another big hug. And just give you a minute to have a chat with them. Ask them if there's anything else that they need from you. Another big hug. Keep tapping through the points and see that beautiful healing light coming in from above. And imagine that you could direct this light right into your heart or anywhere else in your body that might be holding on to any unforgiveness. This could be in the heart space, maybe the hips or the belly. So see, you can even imagine that you can turn up the pressure on this healing light, and it can just really cleanse your whole body, your mind, and that of your younger version of you also. She's still there. And also just sit in the trust that this light knows exactly where to go. It knows exactly what you need, what she needs. Now fill up with this beautiful healing light. You and her filling up, filling up, filling up. Now ask that other version of you if she wants to come with you and live inside of your heart. If she says no, just give her a hug and say your goodbyes. But if she'd like to come with you, shrink her down teeny tiny. She's still filled up with that beautiful healing light. Place her into the center of your chest, and then from there, you're going to see and feel her grow through the ages and through the different bodies. Growing, growing, growing. All the way until she gets to the age that you are today. A deep, slow breath here. Good job. Shake your hands out. Take some water if you have some there with you. Anyone would like to share their experience, how that was for them, go ahead and unmute now. You don't have to share. It's a supportive space though, if you do want to share.
Hi, Kim.
Is that Marlene? Welcome.
It is. Thank you. That was a really powerful script for me. You know, it took me back into an area of my life that part of my life, you know, looking for love and looking in the wrong places, obviously, right? And how much time that took out of my life, and that I ended up being a single mom with no dad that was willing to take part, and the pain that that obviously caused me. I always look at it as the pain that it likely caused my daughter, but actually the pain of hope, um, and um, not having my hopes fulfilled. And I I guess something I didn't realize is that I always thought I was a pretty good judge of character, but obviously um, I was impatient, right? And not a good judge of character long term. Anyway, so it's interesting because that script took me back to that era between like 25 and 33 years old. And um, I just never thought of this coming up in a weight loss program. Anyways, so I could see myself at different weights over the ages because I was lean then, right? And as the years have progressed, so has my weight, right? And it's starting to come down from being in the program this year. However, this was a really powerful script, and I thanks Kim for taking us through it. Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Great share, Marlene. I'm sure many of us can relate.
Thanks.
Good job. I see a lot of people commenting that they are yawning a lot. That's a great sign there. Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling a lot better after those big yawns. Yeah, Julie, hi.
Yeah, it felt really good when I asked my teenage self to join me, and then she wanted to and come with me in my heart, and just like growing her over the years. Really, I've never actually felt the impact of that in any of the scripts before. So that was really nice to bring her to where I am, so she can know, like, yeah, it turned out okay. You're good. It's fine. Everything's fine. But I've never actually felt that. And like the whole time I I wasn't feeling really emotional, but then as soon as like she joined me in my heart, then I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much. So that was really impactful and really nice to have.
Oh, yeah. That's wonderful. And a perfect one to go to, that teenager. Wonderful. Good job there, Kim. Feeling exhausted in a good way. Yeah, good job. And sometimes, I mean, like, this is the thing. Sometimes we do, like, you know, a lot of anger work or hard sessions, and we're going at it. We're doing this anger work. We're pushing the food away. Sometimes something, I feel like this is it's quite gentle. It's like, yes, we've done these things. Yes, you know, we have all of these reasons for doing these things. And it's like, okay, what if, you know, what if all was forgiven? Like, what a radical concept, you know? What, don't I have to hold on to shame? Don't I have to hold on to this guilt? What if we don't, you know? Isn't that wild? So I guess the shame and the guilt, that's a big form of sabotage. I'm not worthy. I do not deserve to be forgiven because of the bad things that I've done, you know? And I think, you know, given some of the things that we've gone through in life, it could be a lot worse. We could be living under a bridge, reliant on heavy substances. So the fact that we've chosen food as our source of nourishment and as a way to numb ourselves through this, it's served us. It really has served us throughout the years. So I think I put it, let me check the Facebook group. I think I put it there, like the Thrive Facebook group, but I can also upload it to glad that I got my computer up. The tapping circle. Let me check that a while ago also. Any other shares? Some of this. Not
I
there, but
have a question. That kind of shone a light on something. I made a connection to something that I didn't realize before. And the timing of this from the weekend that I just had was quite perfect. I'm still feeling in a way in the feels. Recommended tapping, like it feels like there's a bit more sadness that needs to come out. I just made the connection for a time when I was separate from my mom, and I'd hurt her and I missed her so much, and then I started using food combined with like just reading and watching stuff as escapism. And I've never gone back to that point before, because every time I decide, okay, I want to relax now and read something or watch something, I just slide into a down, and it lasts for a few days, and then it's like a little cycle. So I've just never been able to go back and make that connection before. So that was a big, it just happened this weekend again. You know, and you go into that space where you, I don't want to tap, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to, and it's like not being able to let myself relax and just be and enjoy other things, because now I know why it's taking me back to that time that I felt so separate from her.
such a good realization, Nella. And that, like, all of the feelings that you're feeling, like this sadness is so valid, you know. So that's like, you know, part of what we do, like with the EFT here, is like, you know, just like, even though you're feeling sad, like, love is, you know, feel like getting, like, that's a gift to be able to feel it, you know, and not numbing it right now, you're sitting there feeling it, you know. And sometimes that like reading, sleeping, and like watching that's quite a soft. It's really a soft way of resistance, you know, in all of the ways that we can resist. So like you're still giving yourself that rest, which is brilliant. And like, it's a real thing. It's so beautiful to be able to feel what you're feeling.
So I can just keep just
Yeah.
letting it just keep.
I think what we even like we've got another 10 minutes or so. If everyone has like a pen and paper, I'd love to just do 3 minutes of like a little bit of a puke on the page. So doing something like this, so many things like the share, so many things have popped up. I just want you to do a brain dump when you're doing the puke on the page. You're just writing, you're just free writing, whatever comes up for you. You know, if nothing came up, it's like, wow, well, that was an experience and it made me feel sad, you know, just get everything as much as you can out onto the page. I'm going to start a 3-minute timer. So just go as fast as you can. Try not to reread as you're writing it, just to see what comes up. Okay, just 3 minutes. Putting that pen to paper.
What topic are we writing about? Anything?
Anything that whatever has come up for you because of this this topic. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed I was coming late from a meeting at work.
It was
What was the topic?
a tapping script on self-forgiveness, Natasha. Maybe you could just write 3 minutes about anything that's stressing you out right now
Okay, thank you.
out on that page. Good job. last 10 seconds here. So just finishing up right now what you've written there. So we're just going to tap through the points while you read out what you've just written. Okay, so when you're doing something like this, the puke on the page, it's just whatever's going on. This is like your tapping script, your very own tapping script. It's whatever's going on in your mind. So just start tapping through the points. Everybody's muted. If you can say this out loud, go ahead. It's better if you say it out loud. If you're somewhere that you can't, just tap through the points and just mumble it or speak it under your breath. Or if you need to, just think it. If you've already read it through once, continue reading it through and just slow down the cadence of your tapping a bit. Read it through again. You're finished, you can just stop tapping and take a couple of slow, deep breaths. I'll set my timer for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, I want you to write down what you're grateful for. So at the top of on the next part of the page, write, I'm grateful for, and you're just going to list all of the things, big and small. 2 minutes. Last 15 seconds here. Good job, everybody. That was 2 minutes. Take a deep breath, start tapping through the points and speak out loud and say, I'm grateful for before every point. Okay. I'm grateful for, and so. Good job, everybody. Any last final shares? I've also put that tapping script, which is on YouTube, into the comments section. So if you want to copy and paste it now, you can also type in to Brittany's YouTube channel, tapping for self-care. Good job, everybody. Great call. All right, I will see you on the next one. So I also put that script into the Tapping Circle Facebook group. It's already in the Thrive group also. You're welcome. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.